Neha Modak, take this opportunity to welcome our dignitaries. I welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir Dr. Sunil K. Somani. Sir, it is pleasure for all of us to have you with us today. I would like to welcome our expert Dr. Ashisha Kumar Gupta for today's lecture. I also welcome Dean Sciences Dr.
Covering.
Preeti Jain ma'am, HOD Mathematics Dr. Rekha Jain ma'am, and all other deans, HOD, faculty members, and all my dear students. We all are gathered here to celebrate Mathematics Day. Mathematics Day is celebrated in the memory of Srinivasa Ramanujan, an Indian mathematician born to change the future of mathematics. He was never formally trained in the subject, yet the greatest mathematician of all the time. This day is recognized to celebrate Ramanujan greatness and contributions in the field of mathematics. On this day, it is great pleasure for me to introduce our renowned speaker, Dr. Ashisha Kumar Gupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, IIT Indore. He completed his education from Indian Institute of Kanpur. He has 8 years of teaching experience in IIT Indore and 6 years of research experience, having 4 research papers in his corpus journal, and his area of research are harmonic analysis and deep brain transform. Apart from this, he has attended and delivered talks in reputed conferences. On a final note, he is also a fascinating and dynamic individual, and we are grateful for his presence among us. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Dr. Ashisha Gupta. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So let me thank the organizer to give me this opportunity to interact with the students. I hope I'm audible perfectly.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thank you. So, fine. So I'd request the students to, uh, you know, arrange some pen and paper with them, keep some pen and paper with them so that this will be kind of a more or less interacting talk rather a one-way dialogue. So I hope all of you have some pen and paper. So we'll start something, some kind of magics or some kind of numbers. Basically, uh, this day was started by announced by Dr. Manmohan Singh on 26 February 2012 as the National Mathematics Day to celebrate the birthday of Srinivasa Ramanujan, 22nd December 1887. So, since it is about the National Mathematics Day, so let's do something which is more rooted towards our, kind of mathematics or some kind of enjoyment we used to do with mathematics in our earlier days. And the trick which I am going to explain was also not actually very well known. It was somehow I came to know with one of my some grandparent or so maternal grandparent, and then somehow I cracked it. Yeah, so that it is with me. So I like just explain that also in between. But before that, there are some numbers which I wanted to explain to you. So if the students are ready, can I instruct them?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So so maybe most of the things you already maybe some of the tricks or maybe some of the magics or kind of magic, they are not magic, but they are purely mathematics and simple mathematics, I'd say. So maybe students may write a 3-digit number, not the constant one. All the 3 digits will not be actually constant, but they can write 3-digit number, any 3-digit number. They can write 3-digit number. And so what you need to do, suppose you write 375, then what you need to arrange, you need to prepare these two numbers out of these this digit, these 3 digits. So write the number in decreasing order, write the digits in decreasing order, and write another number whose digits should be in increasing order. So for example, if you write say 765, then 765 is arrangement of the numbers in the decreasing order, and 567 is the arrangement of the numbers in increasing order. So if you do it, then what you need to do, you need to take the difference of these two numbers. Take the difference of these two numbers, you will get another number. So for example, in this situation, you can get something. So whatever the number you have there, you can delete the, say for example, first digit of that number and tell me the remaining 2 digits. I will tell you the deleted digit. So this is one kind of one trick one can say, but it works well.
Sir, it's 98.
98. So
Yes,
you
sir.
deleted the first digit, right? So it should be 1.
Yes, sir.
So other students can also do the same thing, and if they want.
Students, you can raise hand if you have any query or you want to answer.
Okay. So you can
Sir-
think, yes, tell me please.
Sir, it's 96.
96. So again,
Yes.
if the first deleted digit is 3.
Yes, sir.
So you will see there is some pattern. Maybe you can do the experiment with 1 or 2 more numbers. Sometimes when we do mathematics, we don't know initially, but then we see the pattern and then we realize there should be something behind theory. There should be some theory behind. So you can write few more numbers and then see that there is something. So the thing is that if you look at the situation here for 3 digits, the first digit and the last digit sum in this case should be 9. And why it is 9? This is again a question, and then student, I think that these are first year students, they are enough mature to work it out. So please work it out and check why these two sums should be equal to the sum of the first digit and the last digit should be, and middle digit should always be 9. That you also need to check. So this is kind of one point which we need to. But one more thing about this digit is, for example, 3 digits, what you need to do, you keep on doing this same thing. Keep on doing in the sense, suppose you start with these 3 digits, say 7, 6, 5, and there will be another decreasing order digit should be 5, 6, 7, and then you subtract it out. There will be another number. For example, in this case, it would be, let me, can I share the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, for example,
Sir, Sir, can you please maximize the screen?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So suppose we started with this 7. So this was my consideration, 7, 6, 5, and then this was the decreasing order numbers, and then 5, 6, and then 7. If we subtract it, this would be 15 minus 7. So how much is it? 5 plus 3, so 8, and this in middle is 9, and then it is 1. So that's 198. But again, you do with these 3 digits: 9, 8, 1. And if you further do it, this in decreasing order, 8 and 9, you'll realize that it is, what is that? 11 minus 9, which is 2. And this is again 9, and here it is 7. Again, we do with this same thing with this number. So 9, then 7, then 2, 2, 9, and then 7. You see the pattern that slowly it is, these numbers are increasing here. So 12 minus 7 is, say, what is that? 5. Am I correct here? No. Correct, this is fine. So 2, 7.
Sir, actually 279 होना
Oh,
चाहिए.
correct. So there is some that I want. Okay. Yeah, it should be increasing order: 2, 7, and 9. And then you further subtract, it should be 3, and then 9, and then 6. Let's further do it. So little might be boring, but yeah, there is some pattern which we want to see here. 9, 6, 3, and 3, 6, 9. It is what? It is 4 here, 9, and then 5. Now you further do it. So 9, 5, 4 minus 4, 5, and 9. Then again you do it there. So it is 5, 5, 9, 4. But now you see, these are the, now these digits will not repeat. So ultimately this is kind of a stable number for 3 digit, 495. So if you further use this number, it will be 945 minus 495, it will be 495. So 495 is kind of, if you look at how many repetitions we did, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We repeat this process with these 3 numbers in a similar fashion, and we get this number. So I just leave it to you to check with 4 digit numbers, and do the same process. You will see that there is a pattern, and ultimately you will get a number known as Kaprekar's constant. He is Dr. Kaprekar. He is also a Indian mathematician. So he discovered this number, and this number is, it is 6174. You can Google it. Only condition is that all the numbers should not be constant, same. All the digits should not be. Otherwise, the difference will be 0. So then we cannot do much, right? Ultimately, the difference will be 0. And then, for example, how do we get this 6174? This might be little tedious to work on. So for example, so let's do with 4 digit number. So let's do with this 4 digit number. Maybe we can start with say 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So this is kind of increasing order. So decreasing order is, say, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. You can subtract it out. So maybe in the first case, these you cannot get this number, but later on, maybe I think it is a 7th process. If you do repeatedly it, you will get this number known as Kaprekar's constant. And in between, you will also see that there is a pattern of the numbers appearing, because the sum of these 2 digits is 8, and sum of these, the first digit and last digit, is 10. Though it will not be the case for first few numbers. It may not be the case for first few numbers. So one can also prove that actually, if you do you do this process repeatedly for 7 times, you will get these numbers. but will not get into the proof. But this number is a kind of a stable number known as Kapleker's constant. And so, for example, in this case, at least you can see that if you subtract it from, from here, 11 minus 4 is what? 7, right? No, right, 7. And then what remains is 1. 11 minus 3 is what? 8. Then 2 minus 2 is 0, say. And what remains is
Sir, please unmute yourself. Hello. Hello. Sir, please unmute yourself.
okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. So, okay, so where are we? Yes. Yeah. So 1 minus this is subtraction, and then what remains is here. Say, for example, in this case, it is 3, right? 3. So in this case, also you look at the middle 2 digit sum is 8, and the sum of the first digit and the last digit is, say, what is that? 10, basically. Right. So there is a some kind of a system is involved, or maybe some theory is involved there why it should be the case. And this is all because how do we write the numbers as a representation of the digits. So maybe this number can be written as 4 multiplied by 1000, and 3 multiplied by 100, and 2 multiplied by 10 plus 1, right? And similarly you can do this similarly. Okay, so this is one thing which I wanted to explain, and let me complete at least. So let me complete, because either you can also complete by yourself, but so if you want to complete it, so it should be what? The next number should be 8, 7, 3, and 0. Now I write it in increasing order. So 3, 7, and then 8. The subtraction should be 2. And what remains here is 5. What remains here is 6 minus 3 is, say, 3. And then 8. Okay. Then again, let me erase it. So yeah. So we do with this. So 8, 5, 3, 2, 2, 3, 5, 8. Now what is that? 3. No, sir, not 3. Should be 4. 4. And then 12 minus 5, say 7. And what is remaining here is 12 minus 5 is 7. Right, so 1, and then 6, correct. So 6174, we got this. At least only in 3 repetitions we got. But if you look at this 6174, it will not be, now it will repeat itself. So for example, if we start with 7, 6, say 4, 1. So this is the decreasing order, and 1, 4, 6, and then 7. Let's subtract it. So what is this? 4, and then what is this? 3, 13 minus 6 is again 7. So 1, and then 6. Now you can see. So this number will repeat. This is kind of constant. That's why we say that it is a constant and known as Dr. Kapleker's constant. So let's move towards the missing digit. So I'll explain the reason here as some kind of reason, which, but the further theory, I leave it the student, leave it to the student to reveal it out. But the other things which I will explain, I'll explain that as well. So is there any question about this? No, then fine. Let's do something else. So as such, we are not doing hardcore mathematics. Simple second standard or third standard student can do this subtraction and all those things. Okay. So now, no, okay. So now you can think of some number. So now it comes your part. So you all can think of some number, some big number, maybe 5 to 7 digit, but not all constant maybe. So at least 3 to 4 digits. 3, 7, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, and maybe 5. So suppose this is a number. How many? Suppose 2 also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Say 9 digit number. You can write 4 digit number. You can write 5 digit number. 5 digit number for some what kind of simple calculation. What you need to do, you need to sum the digits. So look at all the digits and sum them up. So let's look at this situation. The sum of all digits should be 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 3, say 10, plus 2, say 12, 13, 13 plus say 8 should be 21, say 27, and 34 plus 3, 37, right? I hope I'm correct, 37.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you need to do, you need to sum these digits. So 37 is on one side. So all of you need to do this for your number. And what you need to do next, you need to subtract this number, this digit sum, from the original number. So let's do it. So 12 minus 7 is say 5. And what remains here? So 4 minus 3 is say 1, and rest is as it is. 3, 2, 1, 8, 6, 7, and 3. Now what you can do, you can delete any number out of them. So that is what is your thing, is that you can delete any number out of them. Maybe you can delete this too. So the remaining numbers would be 3, 7, 6, 8, 1, 3, 1, 5. And if you delete say this 8, the remaining numbers would be the corresponding number. Say suppose in this case it will be 3, 7, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 5. So this is the situation. So what you can do, you can delete this any one of the digit from this number and write the remaining number, after deleting that digit. But only concern is that deleted number should not be 0. Deleted digit should not be 0. And once you deleted this, once the final answer is this, if you would tell me the final answer here, I can tell you the deleted number. This is what is the point here to know. So one by one can come up and give their numbers so that I can tell the deleted digit for them. I hope the procedure all of you understood. First, what you need to write any number. It may include 0, doesn't matter. Sum all the digits, subtract it, get a number, delete one digit from this subtract, this number for the final answer.
Yes, Abdi.
Sir, the number is 3452.
3452. Let me see. 3452.
52.
Okay. So it should be So the deleted digit should be 4. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, other students can also come up with this with their numbers and then can think of it.
Sir,
Yes, Aditya.
sir, 6464644.
Wait a minute. 6464
644.
644 6464 644.
Four.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Let me see. So deleted digit is 2.
Yes, sir.
Good. So other students can also, isn't it interesting? Little bit.
Yes, sir. Very interesting.
You know, for kids at least this is too much interesting. When I was a kid, then I learned this this kind of magic.
Yes, Kuljit, speak up.
Sir, 5321
5, 3, 2, 1.
21 0450.
0450. 5, 3, 2, 1, 0450. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So deleted digit is 7. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
Sir,
Yes.
are you subtracting this from 9? The total sum from 9?
So yeah, this is what you need to look at. This is what you need to look. Actually, it is 9 or something else. And why it is 9? So we will come back to that. I'll reveal this.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any other student? Yeah, subtracting from 9 was done in the first case, right? And for the 3-digit and the 3-digit number increasing and decreasing order. And then we had this 3-digit remaining, and then the sum of the first digit and the last digit was 9 there. True. But not with the 4-digit. And you can think of the similar thing for 5-digit also. But you will see that, you will realize that there is no constant such constant number for 5 digits. You know, you write increasing order, write decreasing order, subtract it out, further write increasing order, decreasing order, subtract it out. You will not land up anywhere. So, you know, it is stable up to only 4 numbers, which is 617, known as Koprakers number. That was the earlier thing. And 3 digits stable number is 4. What is that? 495, right? Anyone who want to come up with some number? Otherwise, I'll just explain this here.
Yes, Ajay.
Sir, I want to ask 37612
376
12504.
504. Okay. So this is deleted digit should be 8.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So did you see any pattern? So one of you have said yes, the sum should be, you know, we are subtracting from 9, but how come there is subtraction from 9? There is something involvement of 9, that's true. because we are in decimal system, this is one important point. When you will write these numbers in kind of binary system or trinary system, you will not find this. There will be something else. So this is the importance of decimal system, because why this 9 is important, I'll tell you. Okay, if not, then let me explain why it is happening. Okay, any other one? Okay, so let me see. Okay, so how do we write a number? Let's see. So suppose it is 9 n digit number. How do we write? 10 power n, right? X suffix n plus 10 power n minus 1, x suffix n minus 1. And then so on up to 10 power 1, x suffix 1 plus 10 power 0, x suffix 0. Do you agree this is the decimal representation of some number? For example, if you write
Yes, sir.
255, 254 maybe. So this is 2 times 100 or 100 times 2, 10 to the power 2 times 2 plus 10 times 5 plus 4, correct? Which is into 10 to the power 0 basically, which is 1. So this is what? Fine. Now what we are doing with this number, we are taking all the digits and sum it over and subtracting from this number. So whatever the subtraction we are doing, but ultimately what we are doing, we are subtracting the sum x1 plus say xn minus 1 plus, sorry, 10 to the, again, yeah, fine, x1 plus x0. Am I correct? And we are subtracting it. So rather subtracting, so I don't know what these digits are till now, x1, xn minus 1, x1, x0, xn, xn minus 1, etc. Right? Till now we don't know all these digits, but after subtracting something we will be knowing. So let's see what do we know. After subtraction, what turns out to be here? 10 to the power n minus 1 times xn plus 10 to the power, say n minus 1 minus 1 times xn minus 1 plus, and then so on. Here it is 10 to the power 1 minus 1 x1, and then x0 is cancelled, so there is nothing. Maybe 0, let me write it. So what is important about this remaining number? It has a factor coefficients of this form, 10 to the power n minus 1. It is 10 to the power n minus 1, 10 to the power n minus 1 minus 1, 10 to the power 1 minus 1. So look at, if you recall, x to the power n minus 1. Because you have done this geometric series and you know how to write this x to the power n minus 1 as a factor of, remember, x minus 1 and something else, right? And if you correctly recall, it is 1 plus x plus, and then so on, plus x to the power n minus 1. Am I correct? Therefore, what we realize that, this, you must be knowing, because this is kind of geometric series, finite sum, and this is the sum. So this is the formula, which I'm sure that you must have seen somewhere earlier, factorization. So if you factorize this, there will be some coefficient further, but at least 10 minus 1 will be separate from here. 10 minus 1 will be separate from here. 10 minus 1 will be, which is already there. So what we realize that 10 minus 1 is common from all the coefficients. And hence 10 minus 1, this expression can be written as 10 minus 1 times something. Times something. And hence this expression is divisible by 9. Is this understood? Right? 10 minus 1 is what? 9. So
Yes, sir.
this expression is divisible by 9. But the same thing applies twice, gives me something. Can you reveal the magic now? I give some kind of 3 minutes or 4 minutes to you to think of it. Can you apply it once again? Same result. So you know that at least, after say, so suppose we started with 3, 2, 3, 5, and what we did, we added the numbers. So 5 plus 3 plus 2, what is that? 5 plus 3, so plus 2, it is 10, right? So it is 10. You subtracted 5, say 2, and then 2. You look at the digits. We don't look at the digit, but what is the number? The thing is that till now we have concluded that this number is divisible by 9, surely. So let us see whether it is divisible by 9. 18, and what remains is, say 445. Yeah, it is divisible by 9. So this can be easily checked, that this number is divisible by 9. So this much is true, that this number is divisible by 9. What else? Any student come up with some idea to reveal this out? Some simple idea,
Yes, Rahul.
Yes.
The sum of numbers should be divided by 9.
Good. This is the point I want you to realize. Because look at this. Suppose if this number is itself is divisible by 9. So suppose this is the remaining number which you already have, and then suppose we initially start with this number, which is the remaining number. So suppose this number is divisible by 9, and this I know divisible by 9. And then obviously the subtraction of these two numbers would be divisible by 9. So not some of the numbers, maybe some of the digits is divisible by 9 for the remaining digit numbers. Is that okay? So
Yes,
what
sir.
you conclude, that whatever this number is, which will not be appearing in this form. This xn minus 1, xn are not the digits actually. These are the digits. These are the digits. And some of these digits is divisible by 9. So this is sure. Is it okay? Is it understood? Because now, what I'm saying, see, if you look at this number, take the digit sum, subtract it out, this number is divisible by 9. But if you further do the same thing, 5 plus 2 plus 2, whatever that number is, and you subtract it out, but same thing, I know that this number is divisible by 9. This I already know by theorem, this divisible by 9. So obviously this sum of the digits is divisible by 9. This is the point. And once you know the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, so whatever is remaining, you divide it by 9, sum of the digits, and whatever is remaining to fulfill or to complete the divisibility by 9, that is your number. So for example, if you delete 5 from here, So 2 plus 2 is 4. But I want to divide the number with some addition so that it is divisible by 9. So what should be the number? 5. So if we add 5, then this number should be divisible by 5. So let's just look at some more example. For example, 9, 7, 5, 3, 2. Okay. So 9 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2. So again 10 plus 9, 19, right? Subtract it out. 12 minus 9 is say 3, and then it is 2, then it is 5, and it is 9. Okay. Now let's delete this number. What remains is 923. So you will tell me 923.
Sir, it's 9513. Subtraction.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. Yes, there is some. Okay. I need to go back and learn with the kids.
No problem, sir.
Thank you. So it is 9 plus 3. So it is 2, 1 here. So it is 1. Correct. Thank you for the correction.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, so let's delete this number. Okay. So what remains is 9 plus 1 plus, so you will tell me 913, right? You will tell me 913. And then let's add these digits. 9 plus 1 plus 3, it is what? 9 plus 1, it is what? 13, right? 13. But how much we should add to 13 so that this number should be divisible by 9? How much we should add to 13 so that this number? So what is the single digit number we should add to 13 so that it is divisible by 9? Single digit number is, am I correct here? Some problem? Yeah, 5 I should add. 5 I should add so that it will be 18 and it will be divisible by 9. Is that okay? So 5 should be the deleted digit. Correct? Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have taken 1000 as for my digit
Okay.
number and subtracted 1.
Okay.
So the result came out to be 999.
Mm-hmm.
So hiding 1 9 and taking 2 9s, the sum would be 18.
18, correct.
So now how we will get to know that we have to subtract this from 27, not itself.
So maybe none of the students asked me why you should not allow, or why we have not allowed 0 to be deleted. These two answers will be in one go. Correct? If we will allow 0 and 9 both, then there will be no uniqueness. Right? We can add 0 or we can add 9. Ultimately, after these two additions, the number will be divisible by 9. But we have strictly said that you are going to delete one digit and it should not be 0. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So now you can can you be sure that it has to be 9?
Sir, definitely.
That's true. So that's why. So we are not allowing 0 to be deleted. Because if 0 is deleted, then there will be a kind of ambiguity. And you may not be sure whether 0 is deleted or 9 is deleted. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, tell me other questions if there are any confusion about that. Otherwise, maybe I am little early to finish it. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Any queries, students?
There are not much things to say about it, but yeah, I hope this was kind of interesting idea. You must know, and the similar thing can be done for other decimal. For example, tertiary representation, or maybe say 4 power b representation, or 2 digit representation. But decimal, basically what is called as binomial base 2 representation. This is base 10 representation of numbers.
Sir, is that all?
Yeah.
Sir, we want to show one video to students and you also. So please allow us
Yeah, sure.
on Ramanujan's biography.
Yes, sure, please. Because
Okay.
if there are questions, I'll welcome. Otherwise, maybe that's all I want to say.
Yes, sir. Sir, please stay here.
Okay. I will.
Okay. Sir, can you please stop the share? Neha ma'am.
was a good movie.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for today's lecture. I hope student will be get benefited from your lecture. Now I would love to call Dr. Rekha Jain ma'am for vote of thanks.
Thank you, Neha. I, Rekha Jain, on behalf of the Medicaps University, extends a hearty vote of thanks to our guest speaker, Dr. Ashisha Kumar Gupta. Thank you so much, sir. Your session was actually very interactive and we enjoyed a lot in your lecture and learned a lot. Thank you, sir, for your enlightened words. I extend my thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.K. Somani, to take out time for his busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you for the inspiring and encouraging us to conduct such kind of program. Thank you, sir. A special thanks to Dr. Preeti Jain, Dean Science, for her constant motivation and support. Thank you, ma'am. I must not forget to thank the organizing team, volunteers for working hard for making this event successful. Especially, I would like to thank all my department mathematics faculty and would like to name main organizing of this webinar as Dr. Pranjali Kekre and Reema Singh. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I would like to thank Registrar Sir Dr. Yadav and his staff for providing all kind of support. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank our technical team, Amrita Mantri and Suryakant Soni sir, for their contribution for this event. Last but not the least, all the participants of the program, my dear student, you have interacted well and I think you have enjoyed the lecture. So happy Mathematics Day to all of you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. Thank you, Ashish sir, once again. Thanks.